The first application is a women's independent living group, Dina Sharak, resident manager, holder of a lodging house license at 355 Massachusetts Avenue, for a change of resident manager to Kelly Jew.
Is there anyone here from MIT? If you could please come forward, please.
Sure.
Good evening. Please have a seat. Good evening. If you could please state your name for the record, spelling your first name and last name.
Ian Miller, I-A-N-M-I-L-L-E-R.
And Mr. Miller, what is your position with MIT?
Sure, yeah. I'm the coordinator of fraternity sororities and independent living groups in the Division of Student Life.
Don't actually copy of the agenda.
So we have on the agenda this evening, and I guess we could read them all into the record, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 applications from MIT. Are you going to be speaking on all 6?
I can if that's permissible.
So, Ellen, I'd like if you could read all 6 into the record, so at least that way I think it'll be cleaner.
Okay. The next application is St. Anthony Association of Boston, Inc., DBA number 6 House MIT Fraternity. Faraz Sabuni, resident manager, holder of a lodging house license at 428 Memorial Drive, for a change of manager to Jose Orozco. Application RHO Alpha Chapter of Zeta Psi, Inc., Joseph Fernandez, resident manager, holder of a lodging house license at 233 Massachusetts Avenue, for a change of resident manager to Vancouver. Application House Corp, Inc., Jeremy Scher, resident manager, holder of a lodging house license at 69 Chestnut Street, for a change of resident manager to Abby Smith Howe. Application Theta Deuteron House Corporation, Javier Garcia, resident manager, holder of a lodging house license at 372 Memorial Drive, for a change of resident manager to Morris Vinagas. The last one is the application of Delta Kappa Epsilon, an MIT fraternity, Kevin Vogelsang, resident manager, holder of a lodging house license at 403 Memorial Drive, for a change of resident manager to Matthew Burtney.
Thank you. So it's my understanding that MIT has changed the process in terms of how resident managers are selected.
We have, yes.
So if you can tell us what that process is.
Sure. Previous to this year, the employer of those positions was each individual house corporation, where these are individually owned houses, but the in-holder license is granted by MIT. MIT took ownership of the program this year to be the sole employer, so these individuals are now affiliate employees of MIT, sort of quasi-graduate assistant roles. So our office, and myself specifically, will actually vet each candidate to make sure that they're qualified for the position in line with what our position is looking for. And then those candidates will get to a greater pool for each house to interview themselves to make sure that they're a good fit for their own house to fulfill the particular role. So the actual role itself has not changed, but simply the hiring process and the actual employer of the role.
So everyone who we have on our agenda in terms of applying for a change to resident manager, they've all been vetted through MIT?
Correct, yes.
And they are technically hired by MIT as employees,
yes.
Or?
Yeah, they're run through our human resources department and the whole 9 yards.
So they're considered employees of MIT?
Affiliate employees is what I believe HR terms them as, yes.
So we received this from...
Yes,
this gives all the description of what you're vetting, what you expect of every one of these house managers in terms of responsibilities and roles.
Yes.
And this is a change from what was done before in the past, is that correct?
Again, the program itself has not changed drastically, really just the ownership of the employment of the program. So MIT has a little bit more discretion as to the direction and supervising of these positions, but the general role and the role that they play within each house
And when did that change take place?
In the fall. So it went into effect for this hiring process for this past fall. But the hiring for these individuals took place around this time last year.
Any questions?
No questions. No further questions.
Are there any members of the public that wish to be heard in this matter on any of these 6 applications from MIT? Seeing none.
You have one.
Okay.
So in terms of the building safety and safety systems and egress and crowd control and all that, to what level does MIT do training on that?
So that's primarily, since these are individually owned properties, all the egress and
They're all
sort of
different.
inspections are done individually, obviously with the city, but those are done sort of on a separate basis. These individuals are sort of the Division of Student Life, eyes and ears, more for student health and well-being and resources. So the individual members of the house should be trained individually on those sort of safety measures.
And that will be done by MIT now because it's under or
Well, so for these folks, I believe that would be done strictly within their house as well. So once these individuals enter the house to live there, they're sort of briefed by their own houses on what the safety.
But we can be assured that some sort of training or familiarization will happen.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Any further questions?
Awesome, thank you.
No
I'm all
questions?
set.
I make a motion that we approve without listing them all, I make a motion that we approve the 6 change of resident managers as it relates to the applications filed on behalf of MIT as read into the record by Ellen Watson. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 You're all set.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.